Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. Today is review 400. That's right, 400 reviews, almost 3 years here on YouTube. I can't believe it. What a big milestone. Of course, I just want to give a big shout out and a thank you to all my subscribers, all of the people that comment and watch my videos. Without you guys, I don't think I'd still be doing this because, frankly, sometimes it's a pain in the ass to do these videos. But, yeah, all for you guys. I really, really appreciate the support. Of course, there's a great community here on the YouTube beer blogging sphere, so really cool stuff. Of course, shout out to all of my fellow friends here. It's just been an awesome time. Now, what do I have sitting in front of me? A very special beer. This is from Stone, and this is the 2010 Old Guardian aged in bourbon barrels. And I get to give a big shout out to Nick over at What Cheers for hooking me up with this beer. Now, if you guys are not familiar with this channel, you need to go subscribe and you need to, you need to go watch it, like it, everything. He does a lot of great videos. He doesn't post them all too frequently, but he really gets nitty gritty with the detail of every beer. He's a great guy. He's been doing, reviews for, I think, probably at least a year, maybe 2 years at this point. I lose track. But yeah, go subscribe, go check it out. He very kindly sent this beer to me, man, I want to say probably almost a year ago. At this time, this is almost 3.5 years old, so I thought this would be a really great beer to do, of course, for my review 100. I did a vertical of Old Guardian. You guys know that I love me some Stone beers. So yeah, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and check out the aroma. Oh yeah, definitely getting the bourbon. Yeah, that's nice though. It's the bourbon, but it doesn't have that heat to it. It's just like the actual spirit smell minus any kind of like booziness. Definitely getting a lot of oak tannins. I'm getting some really rich vanilla smell. Very malt forward too. I'm getting caramel, toffee. There's kind of this molasses type of smell. I'm getting a little bit of some kind of faded hop notes, almost like kind of like faded tea notes or something like that. Kind of an earthiness. Wow, this smells nice. I'm kind of getting a slight cherry note. It smells slightly oxidized. Wow, this thing smells like a very big complex beer though. Smells fantastic. Guys, here's the 400 reviews. Hopefully, I will be doing 400 more. Let's go ahead and take our first sip. Oh, wow. Wow. Damn, that's good. Up front, I'm getting a lot of bourbon, immediately followed by this really rich vanilla. Oh my god, that's nice. Definitely getting the oak. I think the oak was slightly more present in the actual aroma as opposed to the actual taste, but it's definitely in there. Wow. And it's become such a malt forward beer. If you guys have had Old Guardian Fresh, you know that it is definitely an American style barley wine. It is huge in the hop department. As it stands right now, I actually get a little bit of kind of a faded citrus note, a little bit of kind of some earthy tones, which I've got to attribute to the hops. I'm surprised that there's any even lingering kind of hoppiness. I mean, they put it in bourbon barrels for a year. It's been sitting around for almost 3.5 years aging, so yeah, the fact that there's still some hops lingering is pretty crazy. Definitely getting a lot of that malt character, though. Very kind of this big, rich toffee, caramel. A lot of this molasses type of sweetness, too. That is really, really tasty. For being almost 11%, the alcohol is pretty well hidden. I couldn't smell it. I don't taste it. I do get a little bit of a warmth as it goes down, but, for being almost 11%, that's not bad. It's certainly not boozy. It's not offensive. There's actually a little bit of bitterness that really kind of drives out the back end ever so slightly, which is nice. And I think that is what makes this beer a little bit more drinkable than it normally would be, because I could see this being a little bit too syrupy, too sweet, because it does have a lot of just layers of sweetness here, but just that little bit of bitterness really helps to keep it slightly dry, and, obviously, as you guys can see, I keep coming back for more sips. And it's definitely got a medium body. It's a little bit on the thinner side at this point. I'm getting a little bit, it's kind of got a slightly coating mouthfeel, not too much. It's not flat, but it's definitely not heavily carbonated at this point. Not surprising. I'm getting a little bit of that cherry note on the back end too, not too much though. And I'm not getting a ton in the way of like dark fruits or anything. Maybe a little bit of a slight kind of, raisin note, but very, very slight. This is really more about the bourbon and the interplay with the bourbon, the barrel, and the big malt character. I think this really works. I think it's really enjoyable. I'm not sure if it would have been better to open it up maybe a little bit sooner. I will say this though, if you guys have any bottles of this sitting around, I don't think it's going to get any better at this point, but it is drinking really, really well right now. So in terms of rating, guys, I'm going with a 9.7 out of 10. I'm really digging this right now. It's very easy to drink despite the ABV. It's got those big malty characters. It's got, the barrel. It's got the bourbon. It's got everything that I really like. It even has a little bit of hoppiness left, which I don't know how to explain that, but, other than that they hop the shit out of the regular version. So, nicely done. Again, Stone, as usual, I'm a big fan of most of their beers, and this has really been a treat. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Review 400 again, I can't believe it. Of course, I'm going to have to pick something big for review 500 coming up. But yeah, that does it for this beer review, guys. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you've had this beer, let me know. And remember, I hope whatever you're doing involves good craft beer. See ya.